Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Kejriwal and today in this video, we will be talking about the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 which Xiaomi just unveiled in an event which they hold it up back in China. So in this video, we will be taking a look at the first impressions that I have got for the device, and also we will be taking a look at some of the pros and the cons that I feel are present in the device. So without any further ado, let's get started and talk about the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3.
Here we go.
So firstly, let's talk about the variants that the device would be having. Xiaomi has unveiled that the device would be having two variants, 16GB variant with 2GB of RAM and a 32GB variant with 3GB of RAM. So of course, they have done this to make more options available to you guys, and that is again a great thing that Xiaomi has opted with. The 2GB RAM variant which would be having 16GB of inbuilt storage is supposed to come at a price tag of 9,500 Indian rupees, whereas the larger variant with 3GB of RAM and 32GB internal storage would be coming out at a price tag of 11,500 rupees. So this is not the exact prices that Xiaomi company has recently announced, but these are some converted prices from the CNY in which the company actually announced the prices in. So do not consider this as the final price of the devices, and this is just the expected price at which the device should come in at. So now that we've talked about the variants and the price of the device, let us talk about the first impressions that I'm having of the device particularly. What I think is that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is not quite as an upgrade as compared to the Redmi Note 2 or the Redmi Note 2 Pro or something like that, because we have exactly the same specifications that were offered in the Redmi Note 2, and I would be really happy if Xiaomi said this phone to be like a Redmi Note 2 Pro version or something like that, because that doesn't actually make sense if you're launching a Redmi Note 3 or a next variant of a device just months after the previous variant was launched. So the Redmi Note 2 is really a very latest device, and expecting Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 already is not definitely a very nice thing. So I'm kind of upset for Xiaomi calling it the Redmi Note 3, but we actually cannot do this. Xiaomi this time has opted with a metallic back, and that I think is a really nice thing that Xiaomi has done. So yes, this can be taken as a reason why the Xiaomi Redmi Note 2 Pro is called Redmi Note 3 and not Redmi Note 2 Pro, because it is having a kind of a drastic change in the design point of view. It is like the most extreme corners that you can see in the design side of a device. Like the Redmi Note 2 was having a plasticky back with matte finish, and now we have a metallic back, and that is again a very nice thing that we can see on this device. One more interesting thing that we are seeing on the Redmi Note 3 is the fingerprint scanner. So in my personal impressions, I kind of feel that the fingerprint scanner is one of the most important and the best upgrade that you can see in the Redmi Note 3. Talking about the fingerprint scanner in this particular device, the company has said that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3's fingerprint scanner would be a really fast one, and it can unlock your phone in just 0.3 seconds. So things will be much clearer when reviews come out and people actually test this out and see whether it performs as company claims. But for now, you can take in mind that this is really a very fast fingerprint scanner, and yes, this is kind of a very nice thing. One more great thing that Xiaomi has provided right in this phone is the battery life. So they have given a 4000 mAh battery life, and that is really amazing for what you are paying for. So according to the company, this phone can charge from 0% to 50% in just 1 hour, and that actually is pretty insane, because my Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G, which is having like a 3100 mAh battery life, takes about 4 hours to get fully charged. So that means that to reach 50%, I have to wait for like 2 hours, and of course the Redmi Note 3 charges in the half time. So that is actually a very good thing, and along with performance, you are also getting a nice battery backup and a very nice way to charge it too. So along with even this kind of battery, the phone supports to be very thin and very lightweight. So we cannot in the actual sense say that it is lightweight, because it stands at around 164 grams, and that is not comparable to devices in today's date which weigh around 130 or 120 grams. But keeping the battery capacity in our minds, I can say that this is a very light phone according to this kind of range. But again, this phone is kind of a hefty phone, and therefore I would say that this would go in the cons side of the phone. But otherwise, the phone is really thin, and this is the thinnest phone that you can get under this price range, under this like battery capacity. The phone is just around 8.7 millimeters thick at the thickest point, and that is not actually thick. It is very thin. And my Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G again has a 9 point something millimeter thickness and having a lesser battery capacity. So again, Xiaomi has again done a really great job including the battery and implementing it in the true sense in the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. Xiaomi has not forgot about those gaming geeks that actually play up with the device more than taking anything else like camera shots or browsing through the internet, and therefore Xiaomi has provided a top-notch processor from MediaTek in this device too. So the device is having the Helios X10 processor from MediaTek, and that again is a really great performing processor as we have already seen in the Redmi Note 2. So this is a 64-bit processor which is having 8 cores, and that again is a really great thing. So if you opt for the larger variant with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB internal storage and Helios X10 processor and like 64-bit configuration unit, that is exactly going to turn out to be the best gaming thing that you can have in your pocket. Talking about the camera of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, this time around also the company has opted for 13 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. But we can expect that the sensor would be kind of optimized and the processing unit inside the software would also be optimized for better performance. Also, the company has used the feature called PDAF, that means face detection autofocus in this device, to ensure that the autofocusing in the device is really nice. Finally, let us talk about the software that we would be having on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. So the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 would be having MIUI 7, of course, based on Android version 5.0.2. So till now we have not seen any device from Xiaomi to receive a Marshmallow update or to come with Marshmallow right out of the box, and that is kind of disappointing. Then that can again go in the cons point of view. So Xiaomi providing the earliest version of Android Lollipop where the whole world is running Marshmallow is just insane and very disappointing as a point of view from a company. I am really expecting that Xiaomi would be launching the Mi 5 with the Marshmallow version, but for now, Redmi Note 3 doesn't have any Marshmallow love, and therefore it stays with Android version 5.0.2 that we have already seen in the Mi 4i, which is a long on device. So finally, I can conclude that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 is going to be a really awesome device, but because of some tweaks like no Android Marshmallow or latest version of Lollipop and kind of a hefty feel, this phone does fall into a negative point of view too. But overall, we have a lot of pros of this device, and therefore it would be kind of a very nice device that we can expect to be having. And yes, as I already said, this is the pretty much end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. Do hit that thumbs up button if you did, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. With that said, we finally come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.